The Miami Hurricanes don't want Cormani McClain, right? What's going on, Canes fans? The first day of the spring transfer portal window is almost wrapped up, and we had a handful of Canes hit the portal. You had Trevante Citizen, Jakari Brown, and Logan Sagapolu, and we uploaded a video about that a few hours ago. You can check it out. It was uploaded before this one. Now, this is one where I know some people are going to be saying, Coop, why are you talking about this guy? This isn't a Miami Hurricane that hit the portal. And it's because it involves a player that was originally committed to Miami at one point, flipped last minute, and plays a position of need for the Canes right now. I'm talking this is very high on the priority list. And that's cornerback Cormani McClain. He has announced that he plans on entering the transfer portal, and he was the former 5-star recruit and number 1 ranked cornerback in the class of 2023. And as I said, he was at one point committed to Miami, but of course, you know, the Deion Sanders thing happened when he went to Colorado, and he was able to flip him last minute. Now, he actually ended up not seeing that many snaps for Colorado this past season, and when Deion was asked about it, he had this to say, and I'm going to take a look at my notes just to make sure I get it right. Deion said, "Study and prepare, be on time for meetings, and understand the scheme." He then goes on to mention that he can track and see how much time players are spending watching film and doing some other things. And he made it sound like Cormani McClain really just wasn't putting in the extra work like a lot of the other players were doing, that maybe he wasn't taking it as serious as he should. And then Deion goes on even more to say, I would be crazy to put a guy out there that's not prepared to be there. Now, Cormani did seem to take it a little more serious as the season progressed, and he ended up starting the last 3 games of the season and allowed 18 catches for 380 yards out of the 25 times that he was targeted. This would have been against Arizona, Washington State, and Utah. So there's going to be a huge debate here, and this is why I wanted to make this video to ask Canes fans if you would take Cormani McClain back. Again, set emotions and any other things to the side. We're purely talking football right here. Now, you can factor in things like the fact that he committed to Miami and then flipped on us. Like you can factor that in. But there are going to be a lot of Canes fans that maybe believe his play style is a little too soft for the cornerback position. There are a lot of people who think that he's a little too thin. Maybe he's undersized. He's about 6'3", 173 pounds. The height is there, but some people are more concerned about the weight. They're saying that if he wasn't tough enough to play for Deion, he's definitely not going to be tough enough to play for Mario. But we all know that cornerback is a huge priority for the Canes in this spring portal window. And Cormani would have 3 or 4 years of eligibility remaining. I'm seeing some conflicting reports on that based on the games that he played in and some other factors. But he would be a long-term guy. So he wouldn't be a one and done. He'd be somebody where, hey, he comes back into Miami. We know there was interest because he literally was committed to Miami at one point in time. And then he would be here for several years. But I completely understand the point of view of Canes fans kind of holding a grudge against him because we were giving him an opportunity and he flipped on us. He was also heavily recruited by some other big-time schools like Florida and Alabama. And I'm just going to be real. I'm not going to ask you this question without giving my opinion on it. I know that Miami needs a cornerback or two. And ideally some guys that can come in and start. I mean, depth pieces are also nice, but Miami needs some guys that can come in and be day one starters, that can make an impact literally against the Florida Gators. I don't think I would take Cormani McClain back. I really don't think that I would. I think that... I think with the way that Mario likes to run things, I also don't believe that Mario would be interested in Cormani McClain. I feel like there's maybe a little bit too much drama that comes with that. You know, I mean, when he went to Colorado, you know, they're doing the whole TV show and And there's just all this social media drama surrounding Cormani McClain. And there comes a point where you kind of draw a line with how you want to run your football team. There's nothing wrong with the way Dion does things in Colorado. I'm actually kind of a fan of it at times because times are changing. College football is evolving. Heck, the world is evolving. So everything kind of revolves around social media and getting likes and getting attention and all that stuff. It does kind of matter to an extent. But at the end of the day, you got to put it all together and show out on the football field. And I don't know if his numbers were impressive enough, even in the limited amount of time he saw, for Miami to even be interested, right? Before, it was all based off of the high school film and possibilities and potential for him. But now they have some film on him at the college level. And I don't know if Mario and Chevis Jackson and Guidry, if they got together, if they would want to bring him to Miami. I honestly think there might be some other guys that would be a better fit, that would bring in less drama, because again, we talk about this all the time. You do want to look at how guys are performing on the field, but as a coach, you want to make sure that they're a good fit for the team. You want somebody that can seamlessly just transition in, gets along with everyone, doesn't bring a bunch of extra unnecessary drama, and that plays a part as well. So just based on how, Mario runs things, I don't know if there would be interest there, but I got to give my opinion, right? I don't think you take him. I hate it, man, and I hope that wherever he goes, he does well. This is not some kind of specific hate towards Cormani McClain. You guys got to stop making videos like this personal whenever I put this stuff out there. Fandom and emotions set to the side. I'm strictly thinking about the future of the football team here. And with that being said, I think Miami should pass on Cormani McClain, if there's even any interest there, right? Like, this is all hypothetical. We don't know that the coaching staff would reach out or be interested, and Cormani might not even be interested in Miami at this point. At the end of the day, what we want doesn't really matter. I know that sounds super negative, but it doesn't. We make these shows just to talk about these things and discuss it, and I do like seeing how you guys feel about it. Could Cormani McClain pan out long-term and be a great football player? Absolutely, and I hope that he is. I hope he has a successful career. Given everything that we have going on at Miami right now, I think it's probably bad news to bring him in. I'm sorry. And maybe part of it is me holding a grudge a little bit. I'm not going to deny that. That might be playing a part. It absolutely could be. But I think there might be some better options that, maybe those guys had less stars in high school, but I think some guys that would probably be a better fit. But I want to close with saying this. If Miami does approach Cormani McClain and he ends up visiting Miami and he picks Miami, let's say Cormani McClain ends up on the roster this season, of course I'm going to support him. If you're a Miami Hurricane, we're going to be critical. Yo, bro, we're a very harsh fan base, I think. We're going to hold you accountable and we're going to be super critical. But I would support him. It wouldn't turn into all of a sudden just a Cormani McClain bash fest and we don't want this guy on our team. Once you decide to rock the orange and green, you're family. So I would support the move if that's what the coaching staff wants to do. But I'm just giving my opinion right now, day one on the spring transfer portal. And I'd pass. Straight up, I'd pass on Cormani McClain. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't be shy. If this video has 3,000 views, I want to see at least 500 comments on this bad boy. I want to see you guys talking about why they shouldn't bring in Cormani McClain. And if you were the one making the decision, why you would or wouldn't bring him in. Let me know. Let's chop it up. I want to hear your thoughts. Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.